Welcome back, Wildcat fans. Here we are in Game 2 on this warm Friday afternoon up in Blaine at the Super Rink. Your Eagan Wildcats are in their away blues, sitting left to right against the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Skating right to left in their home whites. Max Pagacnik back in net. Karsnia Thomas back at D. And your starting forwards for today are Lucas Becker, Charlie Vobel, and Logan Umland. It's a quick turnover down at the Eagan blue line. Taken by Thomas back behind his own net. We did go out on dirty ice to start off this match, so we will get a Zamboni change in between periods. Quick breakout play, Umland to Becker. Becker tries to go right, left it right through the crease, and no one was there for Eagan Wildcats to catch that up. Quick rush opportunity for Mahtomedi. Save Pagacnik. Brought back out to the far boards. Becker steals it. We've got, it's offside. No call. All right. Brought it back onside. Vobel right through the high slot. He's going to go left. His shot. Rebound. Nygaard looking for his second of the day. His shot was deflected wide right. You got Gannon, Palin, Nygaard. Umland and Saleda. Umland's going to skate off and change for Odin Oberhammer. Eagan goes it down to the offensive zone, near side corner, picked up by Saleda. Saleda back behind the Mahtomedi net. Tries to leave it back for Nygaard. Puck ends up on the stick of Ben Gannon. That shot deflected by Saleda. Nygaard back to Saleda, picked off in the far corner by Mahtomedi as they had numbers. Now they're coming the other way. Gannon knocks that breakout pass out of the air. He's going to come near side. That shot sails high and wide. Puck sails all the way back to center ice. Picked up by Palin. Palin, good battle. He loses the puck at the half board. Good pressure here by both teams right at center ice. Mahtomedi knocked off the puck by Oberhammer near boards. Mahtomedi resets back in their own zone. Cross ice pass knocked back by Palin. Recovered by Mahtomedi back at the point. Their pass is picked off by Saleda. Turnover at the Eagan blue line. Now here comes Mahtomedi, wraps it around the Eagan net. Out to the near side point. Puck or pass mishandled. Sails all the way back into the Mahtomedi defensive zone. Becker knocks that looking for Pankratz. Pankratz can't handle a bouncing puck. Mahtomedi to the top side circle. They tried to leave it right through the low slot. Kicked away by Karsnia. You got Karsnia, Thomas, Pankratz, Becker, Land. Becker's applying pressure on the puck. Knocks it away. He holds it off the boards. And that's going to go down. Icing has been waived. Mahtomedi picks it up. They're going to wrap it around their own net. To the opposite ice mid-boards. Near side pass. As Mahtomedi brings the puck through the center logo. They're going to dump it. Thomas recovers it back behind his own net. Thomas dances back behind the Eagan red line. Pass to Becker. Becker nudges it up into the Eagan offensive zone as Pankratz tries to chase it down. Puck is corralled and maintained by the Zephyrs. Their pass, nice job by Pankratz applying pressure, forcing Mahtomedi back behind their own goal line as they're able to break it out with speed. We're going to dump it back behind the Eagan net, picked up by Ben Palin. You got Palin, Gannon, Land, Nygaard, Pankratz. Palin, backhand pass for Gannon, back behind the net. Eagan's looking to get something going here offensively, but so far, not able to get a whole lot going. Gannon's pass, almost taken away. There's Vobel. Vobel shot deflected high. Gannon, he slides down into the deep offensive zone, overskates it. Mahtomedi clears it. Vobel's back to corral it in his own zone. Vobel to Gannon, near boards. Gannon, bit of a hold, no call. Oh, that was a hit without the puck. there's a penalty deferred. So Umland takes another shot. He's taking a few of those today. So Eagan Wildcats will go on the power play.
What have I missed?
What'd you miss?
I don't know. What I missed? A couple minutes. Yeah.
Yep. Not much, a little back and forth. So here we go. Power play for Eagan Wildcats. Face off to the Mahtomedi goaltender's left-hand side, near side circle. We got Thomas, Gannon, Becker, Umland, Vobel. Becker takes the face off, throws it into the near side corner. Back tap by Gannon to Umland. Umland's pass out to Thomas, taken away by Mahtomedi. Mahtomedi after the races. Wow, what a pass. And that shot wide left. That pass is amazing. Eagan catches up to the puck. We're going to call offside. So we will have a neutral ice drop, near side circle. 1:40 remaining in the Eagan power play.
The Cats are very fortunate. That was a great pass, and he just smoked it wide.
Mahtomedi, they exit the zone. They throw it down ice. Icing is the call. So we'll come all the way back down into the Eagan offensive zone.
I don't know if it's the same thing as in soccer. We always say just pass it into the corner. That's kind of one of those. Kind of one of those. You didn't need to put a whole lot on it. It was.
Agreed. Just sailed on its own. Becker lines up, takes the face off, near side corner, throws it into the near side corner. Mahtomedi wraps it back behind their own net. Gannon pursues. Outlet pass falls onto the stick of Gavin Thomas. Gavin Thomas runs through the center of the zone. Drop back to Umland. Umland's shot deflected wide, back behind the Zephyrs goaltender. Becker to Vobel. Vobel having a heck of a time getting the puck out. Now it's Becker to Gannon. Gannon, his shot must have hit the post. Bounced wide left into the far corner. Mahtomedi with very active sticks early on. Zone held by Thomas. Here comes Gannon. Gannon, near side. He goes far post. That's kicked free all the way to the near wall. Umland now tries to throw it down low. Knocked back. His pass down low. Knocked by Gannon as Mahtomedi comes back to center ice. Gavin Thomas takes the body, pushes the puck wide, picked up by Vobel. Vobel to Gannon. Gannon mishandles it. Tries to throw it in the offensive zone to chase it down. Doesn't get there. Thomas crawls it back at center ice. Thomas to Becker. It's a 2-on-3 going the other way. Becker goes right through the slot. He comes right, he comes left. He gets pushed off the puck. Nice job by Mahtomedi, just knocking that puck out. Turnover shot. Save and cover. Eagan finally getting some shots on net here. 4 seconds remaining in the Eagan advantage. Oberhammer, Palin, Nygaard, Saleda, and Karsnia on the ice for the Wildcats. Pogachnik back in net. Face off. Eagan offensive zone. 1 second left. The penalty is over. It is now 5-on-5 hockey. Quick pass by Saleda looking for Oberhammer. Does not get through traffic. Mahtomedi trying to flip the ice. Puck squirts out to center. It's picked up by Karsnia. He slides the puck over to Oberhammer. Oberhammer back to Karsnia. Karsnia is Saleda at center ice. Good stretch pass looking for Nygaard. Lost at the blue line. And Mahtomedi is going to dump it and chase it. Oberhammer throws it back to neutral ice. Picked up by Mahtomedi back in their own zone. Again, you've got Nygaard, Oberhammer, Saleda, Palin, and Karsnia. Almost an absent-minded turnover at the blue line against Mahtomedi. Eagan. Again, they're just looking a little bit off, one step slow. Here comes Oberhammer into the offensive zone. His shot, stick save, pushed it all the way to the far side of the ice. Saleda, quick hands, he knocks that down. Gets to Oberhammer back behind the net. Oberhammer to 1-on-5. He's got Karsnia now. Quick shot, deflected wide. As we've got Thomas, Lan, Umland, Karsnia, Oberhammer. Oberhammer with the puck down at the goal line. Pass the mid-slot, just a little bit hard over the stick of Logan Umland. Mahtomedi comes on their shot, hits post, and sails back behind the goal line. Zach Land tried to force the offensive zone while Eagan got a change. You got Pancratz, Gannon, Umland, Land, and Thomas on the ice. Quick shot from Bo from Mahtomedi. Umland's
Jace broke his new Christmas stick.
Oh no, Pancratz broke a stick. Outlet pass. Is this Becker? All the way up and in. Oh, big time save. I think he dangled himself out of his own socks. Palin holds the offensive zone. To Land. Land on an Umland shot. That got tipped by a defenseman and covered by the goaltender. Nice pressure here by your Wildcats. 5:54 remaining. 5:44 remaining in the first period.
Was this Zamboni before?
So Zamboni in between first and second. Vogel, Becker, Gannon, Palin, and Nygaard. So a rare possession where Becker is playing a wing and not center. That pass taken away by Mahtomedi. Mahtomedi shot, backhand, just sails way wide right as they were able to beat Eagan down the ice. Mahtomedi mishandles it at center ice. Becker tried to get there. That should be intentional offside, but they won't call it. So here we are back at the near side bubble. Oh, we're going to go center ice.
Wasn't there a Bo on the team we just played?
No.
No?
But there are two Bows in this team. Becker back at center. You got Becker, Umland, Vogel, Gannon, Palin. Shot from Mahtomedi wide left. Picked up by Palin back behind the net. Gannon, nice long arms. Said no one ever. Anyway, he was able to poke that free. Back to center ice.
Get those long arms from Amy?
Yep. Gannon back behind his own net. Stretch pass looking for Vogel. Picked off by Mahtomedi. Nice shot by Palin and Gannon getting that puck up to Vogel. Vogel right to the slot. His shot rifles it. I think that hurt his hand. Goaltender gloves that, covers it. We'll have a face-off to the netminder's left-hand side, near side circle. Eagan offensive zone. Oberhammer, Saleda, Nygaard, Thomas, Karsnia. Mahtomedi wins the face-off. Sends the puck back up to center ice. Nygaard gets his pocket picked right at the blue line. Mahtomedi does a little bit of a dump and chase. Thomas was there to catch up to it, throws it back to center ice, forcing Mahtomedi to retreat and regroup. DDD pass taken away by Oberhammer to Nygaard. Now back to Karsnia. Karsnia, he overplays it, gets it over to Thomas, right at the center logo. Thomas slides it over to Saleda. Saleda's just going to dump it near corner in the Eagan offensive zone. Nice pass, a pickoff. Oberhammer right in front of the net. He tries to make a move. He gets taken out. No call. Really great defensive play by Mahtomedi as they save a really high quality scoring opportunity. Shot and rebound, saved and covered by Max Pogachnik. Really strong play by your Eagan goaltender. Vogel, Land, Gannon, Pancratz, Palin. Mahtomedi, they won that faceoff. They slid it right through the crease. Two shots just right into Pogachnik as Eagan clears it. Up to Zach Land. Land looking for Vogel. Doesn't make it through traffic as Mahtomedi. They're going to bring it back into the defensive zone. Palin to Gannon. Gannon up to Pancratz. Pancratz tried to hit Vogel. Vogel Outskated it. Mahtomedi back behind the Eagan goal line. So 2:55 remaining in the first period. Mahtomedi so far winning these 50-50 pucks in the Eagan defensive zone. Pass knocked down by Pancratz. Gannon with help gets it over to Vobel. Vobel, Land, Gannon, Pancratz down the other ice. Vobel takes it himself. His shot deflected wide left. Pass out to Land. Land's trying everything he can to get hold of that puck as it's knocked free to Gannon on the top of the crease. Top of the zone, rather.
Zach, come on.
Land's like the Tasmanian devil down there. Back and forth. Gets over to Vobel. Vobel back down to Land. Now Pancratz trying to hit a streaking Vobel. That's going to go all the way down the ice. Icing's been waved as it was off of the stick of an Eagan Wildcat. Thomas retreats. You got Thomas, Gannon, Pancratz, Nygaard, and Becker. Pass from Pancratz up to Becker along the far wall. Enters the offensive zone, topside circle. He's going to wheel it around, get it back up to the point, and Thomas back to Becker. Becker shot off of the shin pad of one of the Zephyrs. They're going to recover the puck, slide it through the high slot, and out along the near boards. Karsnia tries to apply pressure against the streaking offensive player from Mahtomedi, and their shot goes high.
Just a bit high.
Not outside, though.
Not outside. 1:33 left here in this opening period.
All right, Becker, Umland, Karsnia, Thomas, and Nygaard.
Uh-oh, that was dangerous.
That was a really nice look from Mahtomedi as they came through. Just couldn't catch up to the centering pass off of the faceoff. Eagan goes the other way. Touch pass from Becker to Nygaard. Nygaard's shot gets tapped and deflected high. We'll have a faceoff to the netminder's right-hand side. Eagan offensive zone against Nygaard with Umland on his right, Becker on his left, Karsnia and Thomas in the rear. Mahtomedi winning another faceoff. But Karsnia picks it up at center ice, slides it over to Gavin Thomas. Thomas gets his pocket picked, but Nygaard's there in support. Nygaard, he's going to spin it around. Gets it to Becker. Becker's just going to throw it down. That'll be icing. They're going to wave off icing, actually. All right, sweet. So icing's been waved. Umland picks up the puck back behind the Zephyrs goal. He's got Karsnia at the near side point. Karsnia skates it up. Backhand pass to Umland. Umland looking down to that pass gets deflected and cleared. Icing against Mahtomedi, 42.7 seconds remaining in the first period. We'll have another offensive zone face-off for your Eagan Wildcats. However, thus far in the game, I think it's safe to say that the Mahtomedi Zephyrs are winning a far larger percentage of face-offs than we would like them to.
Lucky they haven't hit some shots here.
They've had opportunities. All right, Vobel, Oberhammer, Saleda, Gannon, Palin. Oberhammer just mouses away onto the puck. Vobel's there to help out.
A little high.
But somehow it slips free back behind the Mahtomedi net. Turnover to Saleda. Saleda to Vobel right to the low slot. His shot deflected wide, picked up by Saleda. Saleda to Oberhammer, near boards. He's got time. Makes a move. Gets it back down to Saleda. Saleda back up to Gannon. Gannon. His shot tipped wide by Vobel. Mahtomedi comes back to center ice. It's a 2-on-2. Great job. Nice back check. Marshall Saleda picks his pocket, tries to turn us down the other way. 4 seconds, 2 seconds, and that'll bring us to the close of the first period. A score of 0-0 as we will get fresh ice and be back in 10 minutes.
Leave it to the sweet science of the Zamboni. All right, welcome back to period 2 here in a scoreless game from our Eagan Wildcats versus the Gentle Winds Mahtomedi.
Kicks off. We got Becker, Volvo, Umland, Gannon, Palin. Mahtomedi takes the offensive zone. Pestered by Becker. Becker up to Volvo. Volvo can't catch up to it. Taken away by Marshall from Mahtomedi as he cycles it wide ice. Poke check by Umland. Try to get it out of the zone. Here comes Mahtomedi right to the slot. That's a shot. That's a save. 1, 2, 3. Man, that was loose right in the crease. And I don't know how they let number 22 from Mahtomedi just camp out there.
We just skated all over the ice and then came back, cut across the middle into the slot. And
not a whole lot moving there in blue jerseys yet. Same 5. Face off to Pogo's right-hand side. Eagan defensive zone. Mahtomedi, they're going to throw that all the way down to their own end off of a face-off win. Umland and Becker try to apply pressure, try to hold the zone. But Mahtomedi, they're able to exit the zone. It's a 3-on-1. Nice pass. Gannon committed. That's a goal. So Mahtomedi, as Palin got beat down low, Gannon committed to the player with the puck. He slides it over to the far posts. And Mahtomedi goes backdoor, put them up by 1 early, just 50 seconds into the second period. Thomas Karsnia, Nygaard, Saleda, Oberhammer on the ice. 14:10 to go. Mahtomedi wins the faceoff. Cycle it back to their defenseman. They come back up to our defenseman. Karsnia to Thomas. Up to Oberhammer. Puck bounces free. Comes out to Mahtomedi. Mahtomedi crosses the center ice with speed. They slide it in front of Pogo. Knocked away by Pogo out to Oberhammer. That'll be an icing as Oberhammer sends it down the length of the ice. So we'll come back down to the Eagan defensive zone. Same 5 Wildcats. Face off to Pogo's right-hand side, top side circle. Nygaard lines up. Let's take the face off. Wins the face off, throws it to the far corner, back behind the Eagan goal line. Puck maintained by Mahtomedi. They throw it through the low slot. That drifts out to the point. Thomas now has the puck in the near side corner. Thomas up to Saleda. Saleda looking up for Oberhammer. Oberhammer just passes just behind him. He couldn't get a good stick on it. Eagan's just dancing around the puck. No possession, no passing. Nice saucer pass from Saleda looking for Oberhammer. That was a really good look. That was the first really good look of the second period by your Eagan Wildcats. Saleda down low. Hits Oberhammer right through the mid slot. Turnover. As Saleda's able to hold the line, he gets on to Nygaard. Nygaard looking at Oberhammer right in the crease. He fans on it. Mahtomedi collects it. Sends it down back behind their own net. Saleda catches up to it, throws it on net. Nice job. As he gets changed, you got Land, Palin, Gannon, Nygaard, Oberhammer in the Eagan offensive zone. Land to Oberhammer. Oberhammer, he takes a shot. That sail's just wide left. Nice hard shot by Oberhammer. Gannon comes down to pinch. Throws it down into the near side, far side corner to Land. Land gets stuck between his feet. Mahtomedi comes out with it. Gannon's got to do his best to get back as he was caught low. There's a shot. Land to Oberhammer. Oberhammer is deflected just high and out, so that'll be icing. Against Mahtomedi will come all the way back down into the Eagan offensive zone. Near side circle to the Mahtomedi goaltender's right-hand side. Palin, Gannon.
Energy there.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Paul.
A little more energy there.
It was good. It was good to see, and they were actually connecting and controlling the puck. They weren't overskating it. So Vobel, Land, Gannon, Palin, Pankratz. Hopefully Eagan settle down a little bit. Vobel wins the faceoff, slides over looking for Pankratz. Pankratz gets tied up right in the low slot. Mahtomedi comes the other way with it. They flip the ice. Palin's back. But Mahtomedi, they're able to control the puck back behind the Eagan net. That was a little bit of a weird sequence of events there. As I thought Eagan was going to come away with it, and somehow Mahtomedi kept it on their stick. And now it's trapped down back behind the Eagan net. Comes back out, knocked wide by Gannon to Pancratz. Pancratz goes wide board. Gannon tries to push it out, and now here comes Mahtomedi.
Oh, nice
Great
job,
poke
Ben.
check by Palin. Palin to Gannon. Egan's got numbers. Ben's going to take it himself. Can't get it through the legs of the right defenseman for Mahtomedi. Mahtomedi sends it
Had to
down
be
the length of
interference.
the ice.
Well, I don't know. On us, I guess.
All the way on net. Land to Vobel. It's a 2-on-4. Vobel to Pancratz. Pancratz spins around, tries to get a shot on net, and it sails wide. Mahtomedi back out to center ice. It's a 1-on-1. Palin swiftly knocks that wide and collapses on the puck in the far corner. Land looking for a streaking Pancratz, forcing Mahtomedi to recover it at the center line, stolen by Vobel. Vobel comes near side circle. He's going to come around, trying to find somebody. Beautiful! Vobel to Zach Land. Egan's on the board. It's now 1-1. I did not see Zach Land creep down there. I thought Vobel was all by himself. Next thing I know, he just slipped right in front of the netminder. There's streaking Zach Land to put us up on the board, 1-1.
All right, nice pass, Chuck.
On the ice, Becker, Nygaard, Umland, Thomas, Karsnia. 10:23 remaining in the second period. Turnover at the blue line, almost a turnover at the blue line. Becker wanted to get going. Now Thomas does get it from Mahtomedi, slides it to Becker, Becker to Umland. Umland loses it as Mahtomedi comes along the near boards. Try to skate past Thomas, back out to the point. That's a shot off of Umland's shin pad.
Nice poke, Luke.
Becker tried to get that right back to Umland. Umland was already skating down the ice, though. Mahtomedi loses it back on the Eagan net, picked up by Karsnia. Karsnia to Umland. Ummy all the way across ice to Lucas Becker. Becker, he's going to take a shot off the leg of the right defenseman from Mahtomedi. Nygaard, nice battle down low.
Yeah.
Gets it back to Becker. It's a pass to Umland. Umland shot. Blocked wide left. Mahtomedi, they're just going to throw that up and down. Icing will be the call if it gets there, and it does.
That must have been such a pretty goal. They gave us 2 goals.
Score is wrong. It is 1-1.
I think it was such a pretty goal. They gave us 2.
You're going to get a fresh 5. Palin, Gannon, Saleda, Vobel, Oberhammer. Face off to the Mahtomedi netminder's right-hand side, near side circle. Vobel lines up. Mahtomedi wins the face-off. Saleda tries to apply pressure. And Palin catches it right at the blue line. He waits for it. He's going to throw it far side circle. Takes a hit to the back as he dropped that puck. Turnover right to Oberhammer. Oberhammer shot. Wide left. Vobel and Saleda. Here comes Vobel with it. He's going to shoot that. That's just, he was trying to go far post. And that's just slid all the way through the crease to the far boards. Zone held by Gannon before Mahtomedi throws it into the Eagan bench.
Nice catch, Gus. Knocked him off the bleacher there, though.
So the face-off to the netminder's left-hand side. Mahtomedi defensive zone. Palin, Gannon, Saleda, Oberhammer, and Vobel still on the ice. Face-off goes the way of Mahtomedi as they bring it back around their own net near boards. Up ice, their shot, their pass deflected by Saleda as he's able to corral the puck and dump it deep. Vobel and Oberhammer down chasing. But Mahtomedi, they're able to swing it along the far boards and out to center ice. It's a 1-on-1 as Miller takes a shot. Pogo gobbles that up, breadbasket. So we'll face off to Pogo's right-hand side. Eagan defensive zone, Thomas and Karsnia will spell Palin and Gannon.
8:18 left here in this second period.
All right, they're going to flip it to the near circle, to Pogo's left-hand side. Vobel lines up. He wins the face-off. Taps it into the corner for Thomas. Thomas back out to center ice, forces Mahtomedi to regroup. Nice pass to the blue line, and then Eagan just served that up. Shot right from the mid slot, gobbled up again by Pogo. He's going to glove that, so we'll face off again, near side circle. It's Pogo's left-hand side. Vobel, same look. Vobel back to Thomas, near side corner. Thomas reverses direction. Up to Saleda, near boards. Saleda, little touch pass, looking for a streaking Vobel through center ice. Outshot him. And Mahtomedi enters their offensive zone, only for the puck to be taken away by Easton Karsnia. Karsnia to Saleda. Saleda still controls the puck. What a pass, looking for Vobel in the back door. Vobel can't get much stick on it. Gannon holds it at the red line. Gets it up to Oberhammer. Oberhammer to the top side circle. As Mahtomedi, they come out of the zone. Nice shot by Nygaard, slowing down Schlunt as he was off to the races had he been able to connect with that bouncing puck. Thomas to Saleda. Saleda through the high slot. He's going to shoot. Glove save. We'll face off to the netminder's left-hand side, far side circle in the Eagan offensive zone. We got Palin, Gannon, Nygaard, Lan, and Pankratz. Pankratz hustles, gets it in the far corner, battles. Nygaard's there to help, but the puck slides free towards Mahtomedi as they are, as I said, they're creeping up the ice. That's offside as Bo tried to get it in, but his brother slid across the blue line early. A little face off topside circle, neutral zone. What I was trying to say, could not find my words, is that Mahtomedi, they left a floater all the way at the Eagan blue line, just hoping for that outlet pass, and they found it. They found the look they wanted. They could not capitalize. Now here comes Jace Pankratz into the offensive zone off the neutralized faceoff. Mahtomedi from their own corner, they're going to wrap it behind their own end line. Pankratz is there. Pankratz sends it back down again behind the goal line. No one's there for Eagan Wildcats. Here comes Mahtomedi along the near side boards. They're going to skate it through the high slot, and they're coming out. They've got numbers. It's a 3-on-2. Touch pass to the top side circle. Shot, pad save by Pogachnik. Somehow Mahtomedi, they had it again. That shot off of Gannon falls free to Zach Land. Land's going to push the offensive zone. Tries to get it to Gannon. Gannon doesn't catch up to it before the netminder. Wisely covers it. We'll face off in the Eagan offensive zone, and we'll get a fresh 5. So there's some fresh legs on the ice in Vogel, Becker, Umland, Karsnia, Thomas.
Got some chatty moms over there today.
That's what happens after Bark.
Yeah.
Vogel takes the face off. Mahtomedi wins it. They enter the offensive zone, near side circle. Back out to the point. That pass taken away by Umland. Umland up by the Vogel. Oh, what a streaking pass. He goes. He shoots. Oh, save! Got the goaltender moving. He got the look that he wanted. Becker's pass over to Thomas, deflected, but Thomas skates. He picks it up. Nice pass. Umland shot. Hit post. Sails free to Mahtomedi as they bring it back to center ice and beyond. Icing is the call.
2 great scoring chances there.
Let's go, Blue!
Moving the puck a lot better the second period than they did in the first. Again, Becker, Umland, Vogel, Karsnia, Thomas.
Who sprung the breakaway for Chuck?
I don't know who passed that puck. That was beautiful, though.
He shovel it?
Maybe he did, yeah.
Vogel to Thomas. Thomas' shot straight through. Covered by the Mahtomedi goaltender, so we will line up and have a face-off in the same near side circle. As Becker, he's going to take the center spot. He takes the face-off, tried to knock it to himself, but Mahtomedi, they covered it wisely. They just fell to the ground and blocked it, and they threw it down the ice for an icing. So we'll come back
Must have been Grandma and Grandpa, huh?
to the offensive zone.
Not the hockey, not the parents.
Yeah. Or the brother.
Uncle
Yeah.
Steve,
Or the uncle. Yeah. It's got to be Grandma and Grandpa.
All right, Vogel, again, back at center. Wins the face-off, gets it back to Thomas. Thomas around the boards, looking for Becker. Becker to Umland, back to Thomas. Thomas, his shot. Puck is loose. There's 2 shots. That goaltender standing real strong. Nice job pinching that post. I mean, she had 3 bodies trying to push her into the goal, and she did not budge. So,
well done.
Very impressive sequence by the Mahtomedi goaltender. Umland trying to get a shot on net. Fans on it as Mahtomedi comes the other way. Mahtomedi, swift little move on the top side circle. But Karsnia gets support as Karsnia sends it out to Umland, who comes cross ice to Becker. Becker high off the boards to Vobel. Vobel into the near side corner. Drop pass to Becker to Umland. Umland, great pass through the mid slot. No one there for your Wildcats. Mahtomedi back up to center ice. Touch pass. It's a 2-on-1 going the other way. What a save! That was a brilliant pass by Mahtomedi. They came back in, beat the Eagan defenseman, slid it over right through the top of the crease. And I don't know how Pagachnik even knew that the kid was not going to take a shot to slide over and block the second one.
They took that 2-on-1 and turned it into 2-on-0.
And Pagachnik still stopped it. Knee guard, Gannon, Palin, Oberhammer, Saleda. Gannon gets pushed into the boards. That is a delayed penalty. As number 34 from Mahtomedi, he will go to the sin bin. So your Wildcats will see a second power play opportunity here in the contest. Gannon is okay. Power play unit. And it looks like they are going to come out with the... Going to pull the goalie. There's 6 skaters out there right now. So Gannon comes off the ice. You got Land, Palin, knee guard, Saleda, and Oberhammer. Oberhammer lines up top circle to the goaltender's left-hand side for the face-off. Drops it to Saleda's quick shot. Saleda just high and wide. That rims all the way out to the near side corner and the point. And Mahtomedi, good hands as he takes it lengthwise and gets sandwiched. Saleda catches up to the puck. He brings it up with speed, near side circle. Drops it to Land. Land to Palin. Palin shot. Whoa! Pipe. Goalie's best friend. Nice job by Saleda. Muscles that. We're going to penalty against Saleda, though, for a hook. So Saleda goes to the bench for a hook. A 5-on-4 is turned down to a 4-on-4. 1:28 remaining in the Eagan power play. So that means that Mahtomedi will get 32 seconds of the player advantage after the penalty is up. Vobel, Gannon, Becker, Umland as the face-off is near side circle to Pogo's left-hand side. Vobel lines up at the center spot. Mahtomedi wins it. That's a shot wide right. Does not get through traffic. Somehow that's a goal. So shot was wide right. It got bottled up.
Got hung up in someone's breezers for a moment, then dropped, and then trickles over there for easy tap in.
So it's 1-2. Your Eagan Wildcats face a deficit of 1 goal yet again. Unfortunately for Eagan is the sequence of events because of how it played out. Saleda has to sit in the box. So that was considered an even strength goal. Mahtomedi takes it back behind their own goal line. Up ice to Becker. Becker slides it over to Umland. Umland, topside circle. Dumps it into the top corner, chased down by Vobel. As Mahtomedi just picks up the puck. It was sitting there. It's 3-on-2 going the other way. Mahtomedi forced out against the wide boards. Picked up by Gannon. Gannon. He gets pushed off the puck momentarily. He takes it all the way down to behind the Mahtomedi goal line and still is trying to chase it down. 36 seconds remaining in the penalty for Mahtomedi. Eagan holds the offensive zone. Mahtomedi overskates it. Gannon's down there. Umland's trying to help out. The puck is on Umland's stick. Now it pops free to Mahtomedi. It's a 3-on-2 going the other way. Look at that. Nice passing, nice shot, up and in. So the Mahtomedi Zephyrs take a 3-1 lead here with 2:42 remaining in the second period.
Go back to 4-on-4 hockey.
As that was a completely lifeless effort at getting back. for the Wildcats. .11 seconds remaining on the Mahtomedi penalty, which means then they go on the man advantage. However, they just scored 2 goals in this sequence. Oberhammer, knee guard, Karsnia Thomas. Mahtomedi controls the puck near boards. They wrap it around, back behind Piachnik, picked up by Karsnia. More white jerseys over there than blue jerseys, as they are now on the power play. 15 seconds remaining on the penalty for Saleda. Puck is free. Oberhammer nudges it back into the corner. 5 seconds. Surrey Eagan Wildcats are back at full strength as Saleda enters the fray. Puck picked up by Thomas. Thomas, he's got Saleda down on the other blue line, but doesn't see him or can't catch up to him because of the Zephyr opposition down there. Now it's offside Eagan, so we'll have a neutral zone face-off, topside circle. Gannon, Palin, knee guard. Oh, knee guard's going off. So we got Gannon, Palin, Lan, Vobel, and Pankratz.
1:44 left here. Let's see if they can fire up a little bit.
Vobel to Lan. Lan, kick pass back to Palin. Palin's going to take a shot wide right. And absolutely no effort by Eagan to get to that puck. So Gannon back at center ice. The Vobel. Who drops it back for Palin. Palin off the boards of Pankratz. Overshoots him. Picked up by Mahtomedi. Pankratz to Gannon. Gannon back to Pankratz. To Land. Land shot. Rebound. Sails near boards. Tried to pick up. Vobel tried to get something going there, and he had the puck moved off of his stick.
A little bit of roughing.
So we are going the other way as Mahtomedi clears the zone. That should have been a slash, but instead it's a goal. Mahtomedi goes up 4-1 with 48 seconds remaining. Gannon had his stick knocked out of his hands.
Like the guy was just by himself in front of the net.
It was a 1-on-3, and he should not have gotten a shot on net. So I don't know what they need to do, but they need to fix something here because the Eagan Wildcats do not look like the Eagan Wildcats. Becker, Nygaard, Umland, Thomas, Karsnia. Again, Eagan lets Mahtomedi skate right in to Pogo's face. That shot deflected high up into the netting. 38 seconds remaining. And this game completely owned right now by the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Nygaard pokes it back out to the point. Puck is loose. Rebound. Falls on the stick of Luke Becker. Becker, it's a 1-on-3. He's going to hold it up at the point. Let's get it down far circle. Pass looking for Umland. Taken by Nygaard over to Karsnia. Karsnia shot. Puck covered by the Zephyr goaltender. 20 seconds remaining. We'll have a face-off in the Eagan offensive zone. Same 5. Nygaard lines up to the face-off. Got Umland on his right, Becker on his left. Thomas and Karsnia back behind him. Nygaard pushes it forward to a Mahtomedi defenseman. Now Mahtomedi try to exit the zone, and they do. Mahtomedi still with the puck on their stick as they skated around a la Kaprizov just to end the second period. So Mahtomedi, they come out absolutely crushing as they put up 3 against the Eagan Wildcats in period 2. Yep. Welcome back, period 3. Overhammer. Becker, Saleda, Thomas, and Karsnia. Becker will razzle-dazzle at the center line. Drop it back to Karsnia as he loses the puck at center ice. Mahtomedi flashing up across the boards. Becker swings it over to Thomas. Stretch pass to Saleda. Saleda to Overhammer. Overhammer can't catch the pass. Sails back up the center by Mahtomedi. Another nice pass, and that's a shot. That's almost a goal. That sails wide left as the puck just got caught up in feet. Overhammer to Nygaard. Nygaard's going to dump and chase far side corner. Mahtomedi defensive zone. Mahtomedi gets it back, and they're going to throw it to center ice. And Gannon, you got Gannon, Palin, Nygaard, Overhammer, Saleda. Stretch pass to Overhammer. Overhammer near circle. He gets pushed right off the puck. Good support by Nygaard. But again, Zephyrs are first to the puck, and here they come. Overhammer's going to watch that stick. Nice job deflecting him, keeping him wide out of the zone. DDD pass, and Mahtomedi, they're going to dump it. Chase it back. Gannon. Going to corral it. Out to Land. Land takes it back behind the Eagan net. Off the boards to Overhammer. Overhammer takes it back to center ice. And makes Mahtomedi regroup.
Offside.
So it'll be offside. A neutralized drop. We have 13 minutes and 13 seconds to find a way, some way, to play inspired hockey. Pankratz, Becker, Land, Palin, Gannon. Mahtomedi, they collect the puck off the faceoff and throw it deep. Far side corner. Gannon looking for Land. Undercuts him, taken away by Mahtomedi. Mahtomedi, nice sequence. I like their passing a lot. So not a very physical game as Eagan's just letting Mahtomedi pass his puck around the fringes, and that's a turnover and a shot. Saved by Pagachnik. Palin takes it out of the air and gets up to Land. Land to Pankratz. He collects the puck at center ice. It's a 1-on-5. As he comes back around, loses an edge in the near side corner. Becker to Gannon. That shot right in the breadbasket of the Mahtomedi goaltender, so they cover it up. We'll have a face-off. Near side circle. Eagan offensive zone. Karsnia, Thomas. Umland, Vobel, Nygaard. Eagan wins the face-off. Umland runs into traffic just in front of the net. Mahtomedi tries to get out of the zone. That's held by Thomas. Hand pass. But collected by Mahtomedi as they come up the zone with it to the near side boards. Nice pass to the zone, but could not knock it down by Mahtomedi. So Eagan's coming the other way with it. That's Nygaard now to Thomas. Thomas. He just moved up the puck. Mahtomedi's all by themselves. Look at this. Puck goes all the way down. Icing's been waved. Mahtomedi picks up to it. Nice cross pass just behind a streaking left winger. So what was a 1-to-1 game has quickly gone lopsided. Eagan is looking for a response. Thomas, Vobel, Umland, Becker, Karsnia. As Vobel has the puck in his own zone, he's going to go all the way down. It'll be icing. So we'll come back into the Eagan defensive zone. Far side circle, you got Gannon, Palin, Saleda, Overhammer, and Becker.
You know, I'm not one prone to hyperbole, but seems like the next goal is pretty critical.
It is pretty critical. Not as,
Maybe not as much for them.
not for that, yeah. It's a shot off the face-off, glove save by Pagashnik, so we'll line up and do it all again. Gannon to Oberhammer. Oberhammer, he runs into traffic. Puck comes down to Mahtomedi. Again, they are just really great at throwing it right in front of our net. That pass was deflected by Eagan, though, and brought back out to center ice.
That's off.
Gannon to Oberhammer, up to Saleta. Saleta, he touches it. It sails into the Mahtomedi defensive zone. Halen, man, he had a nice shot. Picked up by Saleta. Saleta goes through the low slot, picked up by Mahtomedi until it's corralled at the point by Halen. Saleta to Oberhammer. Back to Saleta. To Gannon. Shot! Nice stick save by the goaltender. Becker's got the puck. Touch pass to Oberhammer. Oberhammer. Oh my goodness. Dead on. That's to the face after the. Okay, guys, come on. Oberhammer. So here we go. All right, little extracurriculars. The goalie was not happy, but the whistle was not blown. And that's what they say, play through the whistle. Once the whistle blew, Oberhammer left. It was no big deal. But then something else must have happened. It looks like is Oberhammer's going to the bench. So no penalties were called. They're going to say 5-on-5 hockey. As you've got Karsnia, Land, Nygaard, Pankratz, Thomas. Mahtomedi, they streak down the ice. The other way, that back pass to the point deflects back up to center ice. Big time shot off of Karsnia's knee pad. Good pressure by Nygaard. Nygaard throws it near side. Chased down by Pankratz and Karsnia. Thomas up to Pankratz. Pankratz, fancy pass to Nygaard. He can't catch up to it. Mahtomedi with numbers as they take it wide. Cross pass. What a pass. The left winger corralled it, took a shot, just sailed wide. Again, a pass, and that's a goal. It's now 5-1. Mahtomedi must have watched the East Grand Forks game because they're doing to us exactly what East Grand Forks did to us. As they're proving that Eagan has a very soft crease in front of their goalie today. So, 5-1. Becker, Umland, Vobel, Palin, Gannon on the ice for your Wildcats. Max Pagashnik back in net. Gannon to Umland. Touch pass to Becker. Becker loses it at the center line. Gannon to Becker to Umland. The problem with this is Mahtomedi is a smaller team, very fast, good hands, and that's exactly what we're going to face tomorrow in Chaskatchan. Fun. Palin out to Umland. Umland to Vobel. Vobel, it's a 1-on-3. Now it's a 2-on-3 as Umland gets back. Poke check. Out into the far corner. Picked up by Umland back behind the netminder. Quick pass through the slot. Knocked away. Palin takes a shot. Now Becker. Becker back to Palin. That shot gloved down. Solo the face-off. Eagan offensive zone. 8:39 remaining. Eagan looking away to score 4.
I mean, that's less than 1 for 2 minutes.
It is. They can do it.
You can do it.
All right.
You can't get 5 till you get 2. Let's go, boys.
Damn straight. All right, you got knee guard, Palin, Gannon, Oberhammer, Saleda. Knee guard. Takes the face off. Mahtomedi wins it. It's a 3-on-1. Coming the other way, Gannon's down. Mahtomedi's pass just sails a little bit wide. Picked up near boards. As now Nygaard gets up to Oberhammer. Good active sticks by this Mahtomedi team. Gannon to Nygaard. Offside, Eagan. So the forwards stay. Thomas and Karsnia back on the ice at D. Face off here, just to the right of the center line. Puck controlled by Mahtomedi. Mahtomedi again with numbers, 2-on-1. Nice pass, that's a shot. Good save by Pagashnik. As Egan's forced to send it down the length of the ice. It was on net. Goaltender's going to cover it. The referee didn't even want to blow the whistle. So of a face-off in the Egan offensive zone. Karsnia, Thomas, Nygaard, Oberhammer, Saleda. Sitting at Minder's right-hand side. Mahtomedi again, they win the face-off. They come down the ice. It's a 1-on-3, and yet they beat all of us and come down and their shot is high. Mahtomedi holds the zone. Race for the puck. Good hit by Karsnia. Finally, late in the third is not when you want to make a statement. And here comes Mahtomedi. They come up, they come in, they score.
East Grand Forks to say.
6-1, Mahtomedi. As your Wildcats are just hoping this game ends. Gannon, Palin, Becker, Pankratz, Land.
What are we doing?
Land, back to Palin. Palin over to Gannon, a little D to D. He's going to look back to Palin. Palin, stretch pass to Land. Mahtomedi forces it back to center ice. Egan regroups. Becker on the near boards. His shot deflected wide by Mahtomedi. Pankratz takes a body in the far side corner. And the Zephyrs come away with it. Up high off the ice. Gannon back at neutral ice. Dumps it deep. Opportunity for Becker. Becker back to Gannon. Gannon back down looking for Pankratz. Puck slides free back behind the Mahtomedi net. And now they are able to come out of the zone. Well, they would have. Now they are. So they throw it down the length of the ice.
Nice poke, Ben.
But that effort by Mahtomedi, you see it. I mean, he almost got to the puck.
Yeah.
So you thought it was going to be a change, but Mahtomedi raced down and got to the puck. It's hustle. Puck is loose. Sent around the boards, picked up by Palin. Back down to Becker. Becker to Pankratz. Again, Mahtomedi. Zone is held by Palin. Palin's going to throw it down. Becker skates around the puck. Pankratz is there to help out. Pankratz, his pass sails all the way back out to the point, and Palin. Mahtomedi tries to clear the zone. Gannon stops it. Quick turn and shot by Pankratz. As the goalie covers it, we'll have a face-off near side circle. Running clock as the Wildcats are down by 5. So what hurts us is that we cannot score because I think we have to win tomorrow to force a 3-way tie between us and Chaska Chan. Unless Cottage Grove can beat Chaska Chan. That's a check from the back into the boards. No call.
refs don't even have to stop the clock to call a penalty at this point.
Right?
I know they probably got plans.
Umland, Vobel, Karsnia, Thomas, Nygaard offside. So we'll have a neutralized drop. Eagan down by 5 with 4:36 remaining in the third period. Nygaard takes the face off. Mahtomedi comes away with it. Poke check by Karsnia, pushes the puck near side boards. We're going to dump it deep in the corner, picked up by Thomas. Out to Umland, to Nygaard. Nygaard's got Vobel on his left, and Umland behind him. But Mahtomedi, they're going to bring it back down to center ice. Offside Eagan. Nygaard wins the faceoff, slides it over to Vobel. Vobel to Karsnia. Karsnia pushes it into the Eagan offensive zone. But the puck was controlled by Mahtomedi. Second effort, here comes Vobel. Vobel to Umland. Umland still skating with it. He probably thought he had somebody on his backside. Gets up to Karsnia, slides it over to Thomas. Thomas, he's got time and space. His shot deflected wide left. Now Umland back behind the Mahtomedi net. Drop pass to Nygaard. Nygaard back out to the point. No one was there. Mahtomedi is very fast. They're to the puck. Lose an edge. Nice job by Karsnia, forcing that puck out. But then Thomas could not get to the puck, and now here comes Mahtomedi again. Icing's been waived. Eagan dumps it, gets a change. And now Mahtomedi, they tried to go the length of the ice to get a quick outlet pass, catch Eagan on the change. Did not hit the left winger, and that went all the way down for an icing. So we'll have a near side face-off, Eagan offensive zone. Becker